Hello everyone, Brandon Montemayor here with Montemayor Associates, your #1 real estate resource. So one of the questions we get asked quite a bit is, hey, I'm looking to purchase a home. What money do I need? So the traditional thought is, hey, we got to get a 10% or 20% down payment. And we've talked about this in other videos. That's not always right. But we're going to talk more about what categories or which different types of costs and expenses we need to be prepared for. So let's jump right in. All right, so we have a few different categories you need to keep in mind. So the traditional one's down payment. But before we even get to down payment, right, when we write an offer and that offer is accepted, within 72 hours of acceptance, you need to send in your EMD, also known as your earnest money deposit. Now that's your good faith deposit to show the seller that you're serious about buying. All right, and that money is kept in escrow and held by escrow as soon as we have an acceptance. As you do your inspections and all your investigations on the home, if for whatever reason after you release your contingencies, you back out for some random reason outside of one of the inspections or loan contingencies, that money possibly becomes vulnerable. Now, in our 20 years of doing this, we've had one client lose that, and that's a long story, and they canceled on the last day for a personal reason. So that money's always protected, but that's our first category, is our earnest money deposit. Now that money ranges anywhere from 1 to 3% of the purchase price, all right? And we can talk to you about in more detail about that, right? But that money goes towards your down payment, so no worries there. So you have your earnest money deposit. The second one inside the transaction is your appraisal and inspection fees. Now, an average appraisal costs around $500, give or take $100, $150, depending on what type. And your average inspection's about the same, $500 to $600, depending on how big the home is, if there's a pool or any other things like that. So we have our earnest money deposit, we have our inspection and appraisal fees, we have our down payment, and like we talked about before, if you're a VA, you can buy as little as 0 down. We have 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%, and more products. So 20% isn't the end-all be-all or the exact number you have to get. We have some great products out there with our awesome lenders, all right? And then the final thing is your closing costs, all right? That's one that gets forgotten about quite a bit. Our closing costs are our lender fees, our escrow fees, title fees, transfer fees. There's a whole bunch of other little different fees. Now, on average, and this is a generalization, but we like to guesstimate about 2% of the purchase price going towards those closing costs if you're getting a loan, all right? It's a lot less than that if you're purchasing cash, but if you're getting a loan, about 2%, give or take a few thousand. So again, real quick recap. You have your earnest money deposit. Again, that all goes towards your closing costs and your cash to close, your down payment at the end. You have your inspection and appraisal fees, your down payment, and then your closing costs. So make sure you're considering all of those before you go into the process of purchasing a home, because your realtor can negotiate. If we're a little low on cash, we can negotiate closing costs being credited back to you, and we have a few different creative options to make sure you get to the finish line, right, with the amount of money that you have. So again, any questions, you know where to find us. Give us a call. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.